Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's Thursday. It's 9 o'clock, which means it's time for a magic stuff. Now today I'm going to be trying something different, something that I've never done on the channel before. I'm going to be talking to you about my close-up case. Now, I get a lot of people asking on the channel all the time, what's in your close-up case? What do you take when you go to a gig? What don't you take? How do you decide on stuff? And I've just done a gig yesterday. And I took my case with me, and when I came back in, I brought my case back down here, and I thought what I'd do is I'd talk you through what I took to that particular gig, what I put in my case, and why I put it in my case. Hopefully, it might give people a few ideas as to what my working set is, and I can talk about why I actually included what I did. Now, to give you a bit of frame of reference, this was a wedding. There were about 60 people inside. Obviously, because of the current restrictions, everybody was sitting down the whole time. So after the ceremony, they come into the hotel. They're sitting down. There were tables of sort of 5 or 6 people. There were multi-tables knocking around, but everyone was sitting down the whole time. Canapes were brought over to their table, and I was booked for sort of a 3-hour period, which is unusual for a wedding, but they wanted an extra hour because they knew that a lot of people like magic, and they wanted to give me the option of going back to people. So that's something that you want to bear in mind. So I was there for quite a while. And there were probably about 60 or 70 people altogether, and I was booked so for the first maybe hour and a half, people were just sitting around and chatting and eating canapes and drinking, and then the next hour and a half their meals were coming out, and I was kind of going in between courses during their meals. So a lot of the time, because there were so many people and I was there for so long, I was going back to a lot of tables more than once. So that's the frame of reference that you need to know about what the gig was. And it was a wedding gig, and there were some kids there, obviously, there were some teenagers there, but it was predominantly a sort of a middle-aged crowd. The people that were getting married were sort of late 30s. It was predominantly a middle-aged crowd. There were a lot of older people, as you would expect at a wedding. So, to let you in on what I do when I go to a gig, I just don't just have a close-up case and I take it. I look at the gig the night before and I decide what the best stuff is to take to that gig based on the amount of people, the environment in which I'm performing in, the type of gig it is, the amount of people that are there. A lot of these factors will change what I do. And at the bottom of my garden, I have a couple of different buildings, 3 or 4 different buildings. And in my office and in my cave, I actually have bookshelves, and it's a bit like Batman's sort of cave, in that I've got lots of different sections for things. So there's coins there, gimmick decks of cards here, this here, this here. And what I'll do is I'll take a TCC case. I've got 4 TCC cases. I'll open it up and I'll fill it with whatever I think is most appropriate for that particular gig. Also, if I'm wanting to work something in, I might include that in the gig. Might include that in the case as well. You know, it just depends on what I think the gig will be as to what I take with me. So that's the background. So before I went to this gig, I went down, I took all the different stuff and bits and pieces out that I thought I needed, and I filled it up, went to the gig, did my thing, came back, and I haven't opened that case since. It's here right now. So I'm going to open it, I'm going to take everything out, and I'm going to talk you through what I had in my case and why I had it in my case. Now, I've got a gig in 2 days' time, and the case that I take in 2 days' time, the close-up gig that I take my case to in 2 days' time, it might be completely different. So if you like the format of this particular video and you want to see another one like it, please let me know, and I would be more than happy to do another one of these videos. The other thing is, I'm not particularly going to be doing full performances of everything in this case. You can find full performances of pretty much everything in this case if you look on the channel, but if I include a full performance of everything I'm going to be talking about, we could literally have a 3 or 4 hour video here. This is a case of me, this is a case, like what I did there. This is basically me opening up the case, taking out everything one at a time, and talking through why I took it to that gig. In fact, in all honesty, I can't even remember what's in this case, to be perfectly honest. So it'll be a learning experience for everybody, including me. So that's the premise, that's the whole idea. I want you to let me know if you think this is a good idea, but let me go and grab the case, and we're going to start this off. So here we go. First of all, this is the case. I love using these TCC cases. They are very sort of compact. They don't take much space up. I love them. They look really professional when you turn up to a gig. They fit in a lot more things than you actually think. So yeah, if you're wanting a nice close-up case, lots of different compartments that you can adapt to your own needs, the TCC cases are amazing. Let's open this thing up and see what I've got in here, shall I? Now, one thing is, everybody was sitting down, so there's probably not going to be a lot of mix and mingle stuff in here. So I'm going to open it up, take it out one at a time, explain what it is and why I took it. So first of all, you'll see that the first thing I've got is some of Joe Rindfleisch's rubber bands. I love these rubber bands. I love rubber band magic. As you know from this channel, I do a lot of rubber band magic. These rubber bands are great. They're coated in Elastroflex, which means that they don't break. The colours are really vibrant on these as well. And so colour changes look really good. And whenever I go to a gig like this, I'll have like 7 or 8 rubber bands on my wrist, and I'll be in a position to do like a 15-minute rubber band routine. I've also talked on this channel before about what I do at weddings. If there's kids there that try to follow me around, I will do the jumping rubber band, and I'll teach them how it works, and then I'll probably do something else afterwards. But I like teaching the kid a really simple trick, and it happened yesterday when I'd done the bride and groom's table. They had a little page boy that was about 4 years old, and they said, "Oh, can you do something for him?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, I'll go one better. I'll teach him a trick." And the photographer took it all on camera. I performed the jumping rubber band, taught him how it worked. Within 2 or 3 minutes, he'd learnt this trick. And then he was running around showing everyone the trick. So it's a really nice moment. So rubber bands for me are a must at a wedding. What else do we have? Okay, next thing I see is this. This is a fibre optic set. Now, I used to make my own fibre optic sets. However, the best fibre optic sets I've found now are by Prop Dog. They make pre-made up fibre optic sets, which are absolutely perfectly sized. And also, the ends are absolutely perfect. I found when I was gluing my own ends, they looked really messy. The Prop Dog ropes are brilliant. So this is for fibre optics. Sometimes when I go to a gig, I'll take a ring with me so that I can do Hypering, which is also by Richard Sanders. But I think yesterday I just took the fibre optic set. This is amazing. Now, when I wear a suit jacket, there's normally a pocket at the very bottom of the jacket, and this just fits in perfectly. I love this because it plays really big to a big audience, and it's super visual. I did this a couple of times yesterday. If you don't know Fibre Optics by Richard Sanders, it is amazing. So there we go. That's what we got there. What else do we have? Well, we have a Acro Index card. So this is Blake Voigt's Acro Index. This is the one that I've actually talked about on the channel before. Your card turns into a pre-forced card. This is great as an opener on a big table. You walk up to a big table and you say, I'm going to get you to pick a card. Sir, say stop. Can you look at that card? What if I told you I predicted it here already? If I had your card written on here, would that be good? It would be, wouldn't it? Look at that, your card. That's amazing, right? Of course, if I shake, it turns into the King of Hearts. Great opener. I've talked on this channel before about openers being quick and visual, getting people's attention. This is an amazing opener. Acro Index, and that's the dry white version, just in case you didn't know. What else do we have in here? So we have a 3-inch coin and a 5-inch coin. This is how I end a lot of coin magic. When I'm doing my monster coin routine, which I published on my Parlour DVD set, which is a production of 4 coins, then they jump from one place to another, then there's a 3-fly element where they do it at the fingertips, and then they vanish and you end up with a production of a 3-inch coin and a production of a 5-inch coin. This is what I need for that. This probably goes to every single gig with me. The 5-inch coin goes into my back pocket. I was the very first person that did a double coin production that I'm aware of. So I produced the 3-inch coin and then I produced the 5-inch coin from behind someone's ear. So this is in my back pocket. My attitude when I'm gigging, if I'm going to produce a 3-inch coin, I'm going to produce a 3-inch coin. This is not your little poxy 3-inch coin. This is solid as a rock and super heavy. So when I'm doing this and it drops on the table or drops into someone's hand, I mean, that stops the show right there. So there you go, 3-inch coin, 5-inch coin. That is for any coin magic that I might be performing. What else do we have? We have this. I'm not going to show you what's in there, but this pad goes with me everywhere, and it combines with, is it this one? It might be this one. Yeah, it combines with this one. So this is my opening routine in parlour shows. It's also my opening routine a lot when I do a big table. I'm not going to show you what this is, but it is on my project Visible by 1914. It's not been released yet. It's going to get released soon, but it's Visible is going to be amazing. It absolutely is. And this is on there. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. It is a killer routine. Basically, somebody thinks of a celebrity, somebody thinks of a card, and there's no force at all. And you've predicted ahead of time in full view the card that they pick and the celebrity that they pick. Killer routine right there. So anyway, that's that. So what do we have here? We have the 2 sticks necessary to do Colour Sticks by Eric Stevens. Colour Sticks is absolutely amazing. I gave it download of the year last year. Colour Sticks I absolutely love. It takes up no pocket space. It's in your shirt pocket and you're ready to go anytime, anywhere. I have multiple colour stick sets, and because I don't want to wear them out, and I use them all the time. Originally, I was just using this for mix and mingle, but I've started using it for table magic as well, and it really works amazingly. And while we're on the subject, and we talk about having kids at weddings, and sometimes you need to do something for the kids, this is Eric, I can't remember the Eric Leclerc, I think it might be, but this is like a hot rod, but with Lego on it, which is absolutely amazing. It's such a great routine, especially for kids. And it's a lovely 2-phase routine. You know, these pop off, and the whole idea is they put them in on any order, and then you show that you've predicted exactly what they would choose, and then you go one step further and they pick a colour, and obviously everything changes to match that colour. That's great. And again, this and this take up no pocket space. What's not to love? Right, what else have we got in here? Okay, in this section right here, I have the Clear Cube by Prop Dog. And I also have an RD cube by Henry Harris, the RD regular cube. These two together, along with the bag, and the bag gets thrown away at the end of the gig, so that's why the bag's not in there. But these two, along with the bag, you can do so much magic with it. Like I think I've performed my cube routine many times on this channel, but the whole idea is I start with the timing force so that the cube gets mixed and it matches my tattoo. Then on the back of that, I solve the cube. Then I do the one move solve, which is again from a Henry Harriers product. Then I do a slow motion solve. Depending on the gig, I might do a behind the back solve, and then I finish off with making the clear cube appear. I did take cube and bottle as well, like I am doing to all my wedding gigs the other day, but obviously I leave the bottle with the spectator, but cube and bottle would have been there as well, but I keep that in a separate box because I'm going to do that once and one time only, and that's going to be for the bride and groom. But there you go, that's what that is. Right, what else do we have in here? We have this. You guys know what this is, obviously. This is the Nexus wallet. Nexus wallet is absolutely amazing. Nexus wallet, you can do so much with the Nexus wallet. And what I have is, in here I have Gossip. So you can see that I have Gossip inside there. Gossip is great for a big table, especially if you've got a table that's kind of more into the mentalism side of things. And a lot of older people were at this gig that I did yesterday. It's great. I've got my business cards here, and I've got Credica in the slot compartment. So if you know the Credica routine, which we reviewed on episode 1 of the Craig and Ryland review show, that's in there as well. I really like that. But yeah, this is my Nexus wallet. This is obviously for card to wallet and also for peaking, and Gossip is inside there as well. Gossip is something I do an awful lot. What else do we have? We have in here, there you go, we have a large 8-ball. I do an awful lot with 8 balls. I've been putting together a lot of the stuff for Netrix recently, and I said to Sarah, I was like, I can't believe how much I do with 8 balls. I put out a project many years ago called Pool Ball Miracles, and there were a couple of really nice routines on there. But I take an 8-ball with me everywhere. There's so much you can do. Even if you just do balanced trick shot production, man, have an 8-ball with you at all times. And this is from Molecules by Dave Loosely. I've been playing around with this at gigs a lot recently. Molecules is a super fun routine to perform. I've been doing the loyalty card thing a lot recently. So I've been doing the loyalty card where if you watch the Molecules performance, you'll know, but you show this loyalty card, you take it off and you make this little 8-ball appear. I put the loyalty card away and I make the thing grow into a big 8-ball, which I just drop on the table. Killer reaction, absolutely killer reaction. It's like doing a flurry, but with a coin, but better. And when you make that thing grow to that size, incredible, game changer. Stop right there. Okay, so what do we have? Let's go through some playing cards here. So first of all, Tornado by Rick Lax. If you don't know what Tornado is, it is one of, it's probably Rick's best release. Love him or hate him, Tornado is absolutely amazing. It's such a super commercial thing. I have this in with me. You only use 2 cards every time. So a deck will last you a long time. And what I typically do when I get to a gig, because I've got my top pocket there, I'll take out like 4 4 sets. I'll take out 8 cards, put them in the top pocket, which means I can take the 2 of them out. You rip them up during the routine, so they're got rid of during the routine, and I can do that like 4 times in a night. This is great. If you don't know Tornado, go check it out. It's probably Rick Latz's best trick. It's available from Penguin Magic. What else do we have in the box? Okay, so I have this. We reviewed this on the review show. This is the Alakazam thing, where you have a poker chip, and it's Las Vegas playing cards. I love this at weddings, and I'll tell you for why. One thing that you probably know about me by now as a performer, as a magician, I'm very conversational. I like having chats with people. I like talking to people, finding out about them and telling them more about me. And when I'm at a wedding, it always comes up that I got married in Las Vegas, which I did. And I went to see Penn and Teller on my wedding night, which I did. And that allows me to transition into this routine. This is the sort of routine that I've done. I'll do the second time round on the tables. I've gone and done the high impact stuff, and I go back round, and they're normally talking to me, and it'll come up about me getting married in Las Vegas, and then I'll say, well, I've got these souvenir playing cards. You ever been to Vegas? Let me show you this. And I'll do this routine, and because of the context of how I'm introducing this, and because I'm at a wedding and talking about weddings, this gets a killer reaction. It really does. Out of all of the stuff I've reviewed from Alakazam, this is probably my favourite. So yeah, that's you can go check out that on the review show. But it's not the sort of thing that you want to go straight in with. But man, this for your pipe and slippers type moment, it's a killer. What else we got in my case? Okay, more packs of cards. So what do we have here? This is Hollywood, which is by Hanson Chen. We reviewed it on the show recently. This is so good. You know, like you open it up. You show a pack of cards, you take the cards out, you put them down, you do a sort of a, I don't think this is set, but you do a penetration. No, it's not set up. You do a penetration through the thing, and then you've got a block of wood. Ryland performed it on the review show. This is great, and I love the use of the Paul Harris Vanishing Deck gimmicks in order to have the deck change into the block of wood. This is great. It's like a 10-second reset. This is incredible. I love performing this. Hollywood goes everywhere with me. I'm going to get a second one because when I love something so much, I always get a backup in case I lose it. What else we got? Okay, so this here is, I know because it's got a big X on it, which is part of my presentation. This is Any Card by Richard Sanders, which I think was the best trick of 2019. Any Card is amazing. If you don't know what it is, I've done videos of this before, but basically you put the deck down into the spectator's hand or onto the table. You tell them that there's 4 aces turned over in the middle of the deck. In different parts, you get them to name a card. There's no force. You take out the 4 aces, and written on the back of the 4 aces is the card that they picked. Really killer routine right there. So that is Any Card by Richard Sanders. What else we got? Okay. Oh, sorry. Hang on. This is the deck to go with that. So what's that then? So this is the deck to go with this. Remember, I said that this is my opener. At tables, big tables, I use this as an opener an awful lot of the time because it plays so big. It's on my Visible project from 1914. I thought that was that. So what's this? Okay, this is a regular deck of cards. Okay, my bad. So this is my regular deck of cards. So obviously you can have a regular deck of cards with you. A lot of the routines I do use a regular deck. I apologise, that is a regular pack of cards. So what else do we have here? Okay, what do we have here? This is, ooh, super secret. This is a trick that I'm not going to tell you much about. It's coming out through Murphy's Magic at some point in the next month or two. This is, I think, the best trick I've ever created. I teased it on my Instagram a little while ago. This is, well, when I showed it Lloyd Barnes at Murphy's Magic, he was like, he had to see it like 4 or 5 times. He just didn't believe me. I did it again and again and again. Every magician I've shown this to has fooled them. It's self-working. It's super commercial. Look out for it. When you hear me talking about tricks with blank cards, this is what you want to be looking out for. This goes with me to every single gig. Can't talk about that anymore. Murphy's would kill me. So what else have we got in here? So we have sponge balls. I know, I feel dirty. 3 sponge balls. I actually use sponge tomatoes because they fit my presentation. If you've seen my videos on virtual magic, you'll see my performance of sponge tomatoes. You know what I'll do. I thought there were going to be a lot of kids there. So when there's a lot of kids at a wedding, I typically will take sponge tomatoes to do. And I'll take a purse frame as well to produce them out of at the beginning. I actually did not even put those in my pocket because I realised there were only 2 kids there. So I didn't put them in my pocket. I saved the pocket space for something else. But I wanted them there. When I go for a wedding, wedding. I take stuff that kids are going to like. Just to, and when I say kids are going to like, I'm not going to sit there doing Dippy Duck or something like that. It's important for me when I'm performing magic for kids at a wedding, it's something that the kids will enjoy, but also I need it to be something that the adults get into as well. I don't want adults seeing me as a kids magician. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I spoke about this on the channel, but I'm not there in the context of being a kids entertainer. I'm there in the context of being a close-up magician. So I want everyone to focus on that. So I'm happy to perform magic that the kids will really get into, and they would enjoy this a lot more than something like an ambitious card, but it needs to be something that the adults will get into as well. So there you go. What else have we got? There's a few gimmicks here. I don't know what these are. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is, yes, I thought it was. This is Bigger Finish by Jay Sankey. I like having this with me in my pocket so I can steal it and put it onto the deck anytime, anywhere. Notice it's red back to match the deck, which was red. If you don't do Bigger Finish, you absolutely should. I also had a blue deck in here, but I gave it away. I always do a big, at a wedding, especially when I'm sitting down, I always do a big trick at the end. So after I've finished my set, normally it's just before the speeches, I'll do a big trick to everybody. And the big trick that I normally do is my destination box routine. Destination box by John Allen. If you go look at the best closers of all time for a stand-up show, which I published a few weeks ago on the channel, I actually did a live performance of, I showed a live performance video of me doing my destination box routine. If I'm only going to do one trick to finish my close-up set off, that's what I'll do, because it packs small, plays big. So I had a destination box with me in the car. I did destination box, and that's really something that you should do if you're doing wedding gigs or close-up jobs. Upsell them on having a big trick at the end for absolutely everybody. I brought the bride up on stage or in front of everybody in the front of the room, and I did destination box, and it absolutely killed. And I used a blue deck for destination box, which is why some of these gimmicks are blue, because I normally have a blue and a red deck with me. What do we have here? We have some blank cards. That's probably for my blank wow, which tells me blank wow is probably going to be in there. This is the gimmick for Henry Evans' Rising card, which I normally keep in a blue deck. And I took out of the blue deck before I did the destination box routine because it wrecks the deck. The deck ends up all over the floor and I just throw it away. So this is me taking the Henry Evans Rising card gimmick out of the blue deck so that I don't destroy the gimmick. The blank cards, as I say, there's a few blank cards here. The blank cards, don't know what the Ace of Diamonds is for, got to be honest, no clue. But the blank cards are probably for a wow blank. I bet you I have a wow blank in here somewhere. We will find out as we go through this stuff. But I'm pretty sure that I will have a wow blank in there somewhere. If I haven't, it means I probably lost it. What do we have here? What we have here is Twisted Sisters. Still an amazing routine. If you're doing a set and it's kind of mentalism-y, this is a great thing to throw in there. So Twisted Sisters, absolutely awesome. What else do I have in here? There you go. I've done a whole video on this and a 5x5. This is, in my opinion, one of the best close-up tricks of all time. This is ID card by Richard Sanders, which you can learn on the Sanders Show, Sanders Show, Volume 2, I believe. This is amazing. I mean, this is such a cool routine. I talked about this on a 5x5 and I talked about my handling of it, but what we have here is basically a routine where I talk about this is my ID to my, to my magic club, the magic square, and I take the ID out, I use it to do a very simple card trick, and their selected card vanishes and it appears on the ID card that they've been holding the whole time. Super commercial killer routine, and this is a JOL wallet from Prop Dog, which gives the whole ID wallet a very very professional look. So there you go. Now we're getting into this section. So more business cards. There you go, more business cards. What else do we have? Okay, so these here are the coins that I use when I'm doing coin magic. This is my main coin set. So this is a shell set of silver dollars. So we have 4 silver dollars here and a matching shell. And I keep them inside here, which is kind of an interesting place to keep them. And these are beautiful. So these are my silver Morgan dollar shell set. What else do we have? So we have this. What's this? Okay, so this is the PO box by Nick Delfanti, I think it is, which is a German coin box built into a soda can cap, which is great. My routine for this is awesome. I've been using the German coin box for a while, and when the PO box came out, I just transferred over to that, and I started using that. Now, when I go and do a gig, what I'll do is I'll take out the box and I'll put it in my pocket, and the coins stay in there. If you want to learn my routine for that, I put it on my Alakazam Coin Magic Academy lecture, which you can get directly from Alakazam. That is a killer routine, it really is. What else do we have? We have this. I have no idea what's in here, but let's go and have a look. Right, okay. So what we have here is we have a few things. So first of all, we have some clear coins here. We reviewed these on the review show a little while ago. These are Morgan Dollar clear coins. These are beautiful. I use these for a few different things. I have a variation of Chris Congreve's ice coins, which is great. But I also have multiple routines for this, using regular coins, but also using gimmick coins. And what I also have in here is this is a 3CM. This is a triple threat or a 3CM by Jamie Schoolcraft. And you can do so much with this and this. So, for example, you can produce one coin. You can produce a second coin like that. You can produce a third coin, which is great for big tables, just making 3 coins appear. And then using the clear coins, you can take one of those coins, squeeze and make it clear, and then take the second coin and squeeze and make that clear, and you can hand those out to the audience, and take the third coin and squeeze and make that clear. So there's a lot you can do. This is obviously a quiver, and what we have in the other side is we have 3 matching silver dollars. Now that would be for my fire coins routine, which is by Chad Long. And when I finish a gig, I put the gimmicks and I put the clear coins in that side, because the clear gimmicks live in my left-hand pocket, and the 3CM lives in my right-hand pocket in the ticket pocket, so I can get to it very, very easily. And then this is just thrown into a suit jacket, but I keep everything in there to keep them safe afterwards. What else do we have? My gosh, and gosh, golly. Okay, so we have some coins here. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so this is Mark Mason's got the rights to this. It's the magnetic flipper coin thing by Bob Swaddling. Digital Deception, I want to say. Digital Deception, maybe it's not that. It's the one where you have 2 coins and you put them on top of a silk, which is held by 2 people, and you pull it through. Really, really nice routine. So that's what that is. I use that sometimes. I don't think I actually used that day, but I do use it quite a lot. What we have in here is this is a pure silver 1964 silver $half. Beautiful coin, absolutely beautiful coin. It's actually a set of 5. The other 4 up at the house, I remember this because I left them in my pocket, other than one, because I do a routine with one of these purses and 5 coins, and it starts off with 1 coin and you tip it out and the coin keeps going back in. It's a bit like a chop cup, and you end up with 4 coins, and then you have the coins go back into here. And I think when I packed away in a hurry, I didn't bother putting those coins back in there, but that's what that's for. What else do we have? So we have this. What's in here? This is, okay, so this is a dollar-sized 2 copper, 1 silver, or copper, silver, brass. So we have a regular Chinese coin, a regular silver coin, we have a regular silver dollar, and then we have this, which looks like a silver coin, but it allows us to, at any point, is this broken? No, it's not. It allows us at any point to have those 2 coins. So this is a copper, silver, brass. That's my copper, silver, brass set, the routine I've done on a Magic Live before. Again, absolutely wonderful trick. What do we have here? We have a couple of other gimmicks. They go with this set. So what this is a silver dollar karate coin, which allows you, and I normally have that in my pocket, and when I've done a routine with the shell set, I'll then go into I've got a few different karate coin routines, but I do love doing karate coin at the end of a routine. I think it looks really, really good. So that's what the karate coin is there for. This is a split coin that matches the silver dollars. So the split coin is there. Everybody knows, if you've seen my DVD, Split Happens. I do a lot with split coins. That's why that's there. What else do we have? We're nearing the end, but we're still going. So in here, I have a small white sort of pool ball, and that matches this red one, which is in the pocket. So this is for a routine that's on Netrix. I've not published it anywhere else. I've filmed it for Netrix. But the whole idea is they pick a playing card and they have a free choice of any card. They pick a card. They apparently have a free choice, I should say, but they pick a card and they hold it in between their hands, and you open up this and you say, well, this ball is going to tell me, it's like a crystal ball, it's going to tell me what your card is, and you look at it and you go, it's a red 3, isn't it? And then when they look back here, it's a misdirection thing. This has turned into a red 3, and you go, well, look at it, it tells me it's the 3 of hearts, and they say yes. And when they look at the card that they've been holding on to, it turns into a blank card. And you say, because this is printed, now your card has turned blank, but it works in reverse. So I give this someone to hold, so they hold on to this. This is now printed as a red 3. You then take the card, they hold it again, and when they look at the card, it's now a red 3 again, and this is now turned blank, and you put this away in the purse, and it's reset. So that's what that is for. Okay, that's only on Netrix. I've been doing that for a long time. We also have this. This is, I have no idea what this is. This is something I call free will coins across. I've performed this on the channel. And if no, I didn't teach it on the Alakazam. This is on my second Alakazam Coin Magic Academy. But this is called free will coins across. And what this is this is a 3 coins across routine, but they're 3 different coins. There's a Chinese coin, a copper coin, and a silver $half, and the audience can decide the order in which the coins go across. So it adds an element of interaction. So rather than just the coins jumping across, they decide the order. You put the 3 coins in the hand, you show this hand empty. Also, from a technical point of view, this hand is never opened until the end of the routine. It's great. I put a version of this on my Nightshade coin set DVD, the DVD and coin set that I released years ago. But this is an updated handling with regular coins. So there you go. That's called Free Will Coins Across. That is also on Netrix, just so you know. This is a stone purse by Nate Cranzo. A lot of the routines that I use these coins for purses for, I use this as a big finish. So at the end of the routine, I ask them to put the coins back in the coin purse, and it's a solid lump of clay. If you don't know stone coin purse, it's absolutely amazing. There's a lot I do with it. What we have here, I have no idea what this is. This is, okay, so there's 2 things in here. First of all, because what I do is I keep things in purses and containers safe. And then what I'll do is when I get to the gig, I'll take them out and do something with them. So what I have here is I have 5 regular Walking Liberty $half and a shell. So 5 regular. And the reason I have that, I always go to a gig and I'll have $half size and I'll have silver dollar size. And I'll decide at the gig whether I'm going to go with $half or I'm going to go with dollars. It depends on lots of different factors. And I'll be honest, a lot of the time I use silver dollars, but sometimes I'll use $half, and that's why I have 2 sets. And if I'm using $half, I won't use these. Especially as I was taking the other $half around with me, because I was doing a routine called Security Pen quite a lot, which you can learn from my At the Table lecture. I did Security Pen 4 times that night. But this is my purple and green coin routine, which is also on Netrix, and people have raved about this. It's the easiest copper silver style routine that you'll ever see. There's no moves, and it lives in there. So what I did when I got to the gig, I think I left these in the case, and then I would have basically put these 2 in here and put this into my right hand pocket. Okay, so that's what that's for. We are really nearing the end now. So what I have here is I have some steel balls. Now you will notice that I have 1-inch steel balls, 4 of them. 3 of them, sorry, and then we have 4 half-inch steel balls. And I also have a final load, a big steel ball. Now that is for my steel ball routine, which is called Bulls, and I taught that on my Alakazam Academy. This was an opener for me. I created this during lockdown number 1, used it exclusively in virtual shows, and then when I started doing live gigs again, I was like, I bet this will work really well live, and it does. It kills. It's like a gadabout style coin routine, but with balls, and the balls grow over time. And because they're solid silver balls, They look really good, and it all happens in the spectator's hand or on the table. You don't need to have the hands if you don't want to. And then you've got this coin, this ball as a kicker finish, which is great. We also have a mini Sharpie. I do a routine where I have a Sharpie marker and a coin, and the coin is kind of like a multi-phase coin in pen cap routine. And then what happens is the Sharpie becomes half the size, and then when the Sharpie becomes half the size, the coin becomes half the size as well, and then you end up with a massive Sharpie. In fact, if I've got that, I will have my massive Sharpie in here somewhere as well. It's probably in this section, yes. We end up with the Sharpie growing to this size, and we end up with the coin growing as well. The other thing that I do with this, which is really nice, is I have the same thing. If I'm doing the steel ball routine, I have the same thing with this. So I'll have a Sharpie, which I'll have in here. Yep, there you go. I'll have a Sharpie, and what I'll do is I'll have this routine where you talk about, hey, Sharpies, a lot of people think they're made out of plastic, but they're actually made out of metal. If you squeeze, you can actually turn it into a metal ball. It's only an illusion, no, it's not real. You're probably wondering, where is it? Well, it's in the lid, and I do this whole thing with a steel ball, and then you've got a Rick Merrill style thing that's going on, and then the Sharpie shrinks, and then the ball shrinks, and then the Sharpie grows, and the ball grows. Lots of different options. The slide I use to shrink the Sharpie, by the way, is a Garrett Thomas move. But by the way, all of this stuff that I've just talked about is on Netrix. I've got a big, massive section with multi-routines with Sharpies and balls and stuff because it's so commercial. But Garrett Thomas's move is great. You're in the middle of doing some Sharpie manipulation. You put it through, they see it go through to the other side, and then you just push it through and you shrink it down, which is great. And then you can grow it again if you want to. Anyway, that's what they're for. We have another one of those coin cases here, but this one has got a custom design set for my Mirage coin set. So if anyone knows my Mirage coin set, which is what I lectured on when I first lectured at the Magic Circle, which got me straight into IMC, this is the Mirage coin set, but made out of dollar-sized coins specifically for me. Ronald Davis made these, and they are beautiful. Ronald Davis actually made my shell set as well, and I ditched my Schoolcraft shell set because Ronald's was better. But this is a copper silver flipper, so it's a copper silver coin that's also a flipper, but you've also got a shell that fits over it. So you've got a copper coin that becomes a copper silver coin that becomes a flipper, and there's a lot you can do with that. It's on my Mirage coin set DVD. You can't get them anymore. I don't think World Magic Shop are ever going to release it again, but you can sometimes get it on secondhand sites. But that's the Mirage coin set. Right, there you go. I told you there would be a wow in there. If I had blank cards, this is a blank wow, which I reviewed recently. I've switched from using a face-up wow to a blank wow because I think they're better. But there you go, that's my blank wow. Also, I've discussed this on the channel as well, but this is absolutely amazing. These are the gimmicks that you need for the mechanical industries. I can't remember what it's called. I reviewed it on the channel a little while ago. I think it's called the Confusion Ring and Coin Set. There's so much you can do with this. There really is. It's really nice, and if you've got this gimmick, you've got this beautiful moment at the end where they hold on to the coin, they hold on to the ring themselves. You take the coin, you say, can you feel it? And you fuse the two together, and then you can drop them. It's great. It's really, really good. Well worth it. I have that with me at every gig. I do that all the time. Right, what else have we got? So we're moving this to the end. That's everything from the main case. What I have up here is I have a liquid metal fork. I normally take 3 with me. I did it twice last night, so I've got 1 left. Liquid metal is amazing. I've talked about this on the channel before. This may look like a set of AirPods, but this is a routine I'm working on at the moment. I put this in the case because if I got a really good table, I wanted to do this because I'm working this routine in. It's an idea of something that I'm kind of creating at the moment, which is a bit like a chop cup, but with AirPods. And this looks like a normal AirPod case, but it's a custom designed gimmick that I've had 3D printed that looks basically the same, but it's very, very different, and it allows me to take AirPods out and have them disappear and go back in here, and they hold on to the AirPod container, and as they open it up, the AirPods go back in because the gimmick opens and they can examine everything. So this is something that I'm playing around with. It's not a normal AirPod. What we have here is we reviewed this on the show as well. This is the Mike Sullivan and Wayne Dobson call routine, which is just incredible. It's really good. What else do we have? We have a load of Sharpies. I always take loads and loads of Sharpies with me because you can never have enough Sharpies. So I've got a chisel tip. I've got another mini Sharpie. I've got another Sharpie. I've got a red Sharpie. I have another Sharpie. And what's here? Another Sharpie. And what do we have here? We have you're getting the point. I love Sharpies. Another Sharpie. I do a lot of Sharpie manipulation, so that's why I've got so many Sharpies here. Also have a thumb tip. The thumb tip is used for when I do weddings. I like to do Dave Williamson's sugar routine, which is great. I will typically ring the venue up beforehand and I'll ask them if they're using salt or if they're using sugar. And I'll do the routine where he has someone take a cup and wipe it out and then take a saucer and put it on top. And he makes some sugar disappear or some salt disappear. And then they take off the saucer themselves. They tip the cup and it's appeared inside the cup. It's incredible. It really is. What else have we got? Omni pen. If I'm doing pen manipulation, I'm always going to have an Omni pen. If you've seen the Omni pen project, my routine on there is the one that I do all of the time. It's based on the routine I put on the original Chop DVD, but I added the Omni pen finish, and this is incredible. If you're doing Sharpie manipulation, which I do a lot, it's great. What else do we have? We are nearing the end. We have here Pointless by Greg Wilson. Pointless is a great thing to do, really is. So I've got Pointless there. I've talked about this, and if you watch the interview with Greg, he performs that live to me as well. But this is Pointless by Greg Wilson. A lighter, because you never want to go anywhere without a lighter. And that's it. That's just empty. My TCC coin purse broke, and I was really gutted about that. The clasp came off. And so I've put it in there to see if I can repair it. If not, I will bin it. But there you go. Look, that's empty now. There's nothing else in there. You can see there's an awful lot there. That is what I took to my gig yesterday. That is all the stuff that I did. I like to take more than I'm actually going to do. This gives me a lot of options. Not all of this stuff goes into my pocket straight away. I'll pick some of the stuff that go in the pocket, and I knew in this particular gig, because I was doing 3 hours, and I knew I'd be taking a step back for about 10 minutes in the middle, it would give me a chance to change things around, which I did. I went back and I took some stuff out of my pockets and put some other stuff in. But that's it. That's what's in my case at that close-up gig, and that's why I took what I took to that close-up job. You can see there's a lot of visual stuff. There's there's closers, there's openers, there's a lot of different options there. And although it looks like there's a lot of stuff, it's not really that much. It's not as much as you'd think. So there you go. If you've got any questions, I will answer them below. Any questions specifically about what I've took, why I've took it, please ask me down below. I will endeavour to answer every question. I can't always answer every question on this channel because there's millions and millions of comments. But I will answer every single comment that you leave down below. So if you've got any questions about particular stuff that I've took to this gig, please let me know. And if you want to see a follow-up, video of this, as I say, I might go to a close-up job in 3 or 4 days and have a completely different close-up case with a completely different set in there. That is very, very likely. So if you want to see a follow-up one to this and you like this format, please let me know and I can do another one again in the future. But yeah, let me know what you think. And also don't forget, if you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Tell all your friends to subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to be back again tomorrow at 6 o'clock with a Magic Live. And at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be back with a Magic Rant. So I'll see you then. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.